Hi guys, it's Mai, and okay, first of all, what this is supposed to be is, I'm gonna call it, it's something new, and I'm gonna start calling it class discussion. And it's going to be a new thing that, and the reason I call it class discussion is because it's gonna be something kind of fun for everybody to, discuss in the comments. And I tried doing this on live, but back then I didn't have a lot of followers enough to do this. It's kind of like, hey, ask me questions and then we'll discuss them. But I guess we'll do it like this first, and then if you guys want to do it on Ask Me Questions on live, we'll do it like that some other time. Okay, so, okay, here's the point of class discussion. Class discussion is kind of like a podcast, but it's for my phone recordings. I do it for voiceovers, and then we do it as Mai. So, class discussion with Mai. First topic. What I don't get is we have gender roles for boys and girls, and I don't understand them at all. For example, one thing I don't understand is that men constantly are, some men, not all men, because I won't say all men, because we're not trying to put everybody in a category here, but most men think that it's fun to constantly talk about sex to their buddies, and nobody blinks an eye, nobody gets uncomfortable, nobody's face turns red, nobody points fingers. Now, one of my best friends, he gets he's really shy. He's this really sweet person. He's my best friend. He's been my best friend since, I started high school my high school was called Knott Central. I started there, when I was around 17. So I started there around the time I was 17. So that was about maybe, so I'm 25, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Okay, so that's been, me and my friend Brian have been friends for about 9 years. And, so I know Brian like the back of my hand. We call him Pickles. It's hilarious. Now, Brian is not like other guys. He's actually the complete opposite. You would see him as the girl standard of what I'm about to talk about. He is actually very uncomfortable about sex. If you make sexual jokes, or if you even talk about sex, he gets very uncomfortable, he gets really quiet, and he gets very awkward. Now, I don't throw personal things he's talked to me about, because that's between me and him. We're best friends. What he talks to me about stays between me and him. Now, he is not your average typical guy. So I was just setting that out there to throw that stereotype out the window. Now me. I am very blunt. I have a blunt attitude. I have a goofy attitude. 90% of my friends are guys, mostly because girls are bitches. They're assholes. Now me, I act like a guy. I'll straight up make sexual jokes. I'll start making jokes about dicks. I'll sit there and talk about how awesome tits are. I don't care. But here's what I don't like about the stereotypical thing about sex when it comes to the, when it comes to the separation between men and women. When it becomes between men and women with sex, women are expected to be shy and backed in a corner and not say anything about sex. Even if you've had sex before, You are supposed to pretend that you know nothing about sex, and even if you are married or have been in I don't care if you've been in a 30-year relationship. Society, even your partner, will expect you to be completely shy and not want to do anything that doesn't, basically isn't ladylike in a relationship. Now men, they can go around and talk about tits and how big their dick is, and inbox their dick to their to girls and to their friends and to everything like that. Hey man, my dick's bigger than yours, and show it to their friends for jokes. Hey, look at my balls, and throw it out and shit like that. And nobody says a fucking word and laughs their ass off. Now women, if they was to be bold and say, yes, I like sex, this is my favorite position, and I do it with my husband every night, or yes, this is my, and not to be, so I'm not insensitive to sexualities, yes, this is my favorite position, I do it with my wife every night, or I do this, and I do that, and I like sex, everybody's going to be interested. Either men are going to be interested because they're perverts, and then women are going to judge them and call them sluts because they're jealous because the men are interested, or the men are going to be calling them sluts to their friends and then be interested some more. Now, why do we do this? Why do we judge women? Now, this judgment that we have on women when it comes, now here's the thing, it's not just about sex. We have this judgment on women that men can do whatever they want, and women are supposed to do certain things, and if they do certain things, and I'm not just talking about football, basketball, like girls playing sports and girls working out and lifting and shit. I'm not just talking about that. I'm talking about things when it comes to hygiene and personal things with comfort. Men can, people act, and sometimes women will turn on other women and laugh at each other. Girls, we need to stick together and stop laughing at each other when men start making fun of us for doing what they do. For example, and I'm going to be perfectly blunt with you on this, and then I'm going to get into the details of why we would feel the need to do this anyway. Men can go into public. They could go in anywhere they want. They could go into a church. They could go into a library. They could go down the street. They could go to the bathroom. They could go into a fucking toy store or into Walmart. They could go right in an old lady's face and grab and dig at their fucking balls and scratch and itch for 3 hours if they wanted to. Nobody says a fucking word. But women, we are so condemned with being the standards of proper. If we even get a wedgie and we are seen adjusting it at all, or even adjusting a skirt, even if it's not a wedgie, if our skirt is like disadjusted and we kind of like move it at the bottom and we're caught doing it, either somebody's laughing at us, or even worse, somebody's probably recording us without permission and it's on YouTube within an hour. Now, how is that fucking right? How is it right that men can do whatever the fuck they want and nobody says a fucking thing, but women can't be comfortable? I'll tell you what, if I have a wedgie, I'm gonna get it out. And if anybody takes a picture of me, I'll take your phone and I'll beat you with it and then I'll break it. And so you can't get no repairs, I'll disintegrate it in any way possible. And I'll take the chips out of it, whatever I need to do. I don't understand why people need to condemn women. And here's the thing, it's not just men, it's women too. We women feel like we need to turn on each other to get the approval of men. And I think I know what it is. I think I know what it is. We women think that, hey, I see this man picking on this woman because, hey, she's adjusting her bra, so, I need to tell her, hey, that's gross. While this man is telling her, so, maybe I don't get picked on, for doing it. No, we need to stick together. Stop turning on each other. We did that shit too much in high school. Stop doing it. You men need to quit acting like you are allowed to do whatever the hell you want, and women are supposed to do everything difficult. Women are so uncomfortable half the time because they feel like they're not allowed to do anything that adjusts comfort. Oh my god, my stomach hurts. And the thing is, okay, and another thing I don't care to do, is, and the only reason I don't do it anymore is because my mom had to get on to me and my stepdad. I will literally, I know most women won't do it because there's, again, men will make fun of us and they sit there and they get all, they're like, you're so prim and proper, you're not supposed to do it and shit like that. No, I literally will sit there and go out to dinner with my stepdad and I will have belching competitions. You think I give a fuck? No. Oh, and here's another thing. I don't care if you're a man, another woman. If I go out drinking with you, you better prepare to have some fucking fun because I will try my best to drink you under the table. Because and here's the thing. That has nothing to do with being a woman. I'm also Irish. So prepare to have some fun with me. Because when it comes to drinking, that Irish blood's going to come out. So, let's see, some more pet peeves. Another thing I can't stand is, I appreciate, I love when, like, a man holds the door open for me, like, because there's, like, a nice old gentleman will hold the door open for me. That's really sweet. Or a younger man, no matter what age, they'll hold the door open for me. That's really sweet. That's really nice. But I will also go out of my way to go and hold the door open for women, even my age, beautiful women my age, and sometimes younger women, older women, whatever. But people look at me like I'm funny because they assume I'm gay. Like, okay, I'm in my 20s. So if I, say I happen to be at the mall. I'm in my 20s. And, I'm walking to the door. There's a woman behind me. She's my age or whatever. Looks about my age. And she happens to be behind me. I hold the door open for her because she's, like, right behind me. She's really pretty. They don't say anything to me, but I get this look. You get the feeling, Like, they say thank you, but you get these looks like, hey, she probably gay because she opens the door for me or whatever, or she opens the door for her. Because this girl happens to look my age and she's gorgeous. What? Just because I'm not a man doesn't mean I can't do something decent for a young woman. I'm allowed to be polite. It has nothing to do with being gay. We need to stop putting these labels on each other. It's crazy. And another thing is, the thing about my hair. My brother, actually made fun of me for having short hair because, he made me cry. He made me, absolutely hate myself. I was like, and the thing, I didn't even say anything to him. I was like, I literally went to the bathroom and cried, and like, and my brother's an asshole, and you know, we need to quit. Like, another thing that pisses me off, and it's the thing he does. One of my family members, we always joke around each other. Me and my family, it was a specific family member, I can't remember who it was, but me and him always joke with each other. Like, oh yeah, it was my grandmother's husband. My grandmother's new husband, oh my god, I love him to death. He's so amazing. He's like so sweet and he's funny. He like just immediately fits into the family. He's so funny. Well, he always teases me about being a vegetarian. Well, me and him was laughing and joking. We was in the kitchen and whatever. And well, he said, "Kendra, and that's my real name." He said, "Kendra, you need to eat some of this. You need to eat some of this ham. It's good for you." And I said, "Nope. No thank you, Kenny. I don't want some of that murder." And, you know, my brother, the dick he is, and he said, I don't know why he felt the need to bring my hair into it, but he said something, he said at least, he said something about me thinking I'm better than everybody else and that I'm a dyke. You know, he is the complete definition of Satan. He is evil. You know, and that's what, and the reason I'm bringing him into it is because he is the example that I'm using, like, the hate in the world. And when I brought up the thing is that why do we have to hate each other? That's why I brought him into this. Why do we have to hate each other? And that's another thing. Why do we hate people? Why do we hate vegetarians? Why do we hate vegetarians and vegans so much? I mean, yeah, I made a joke with my grandmother's new husband. But, you know, me and him joke around like that all the time. He jokes about me being a vegetarian. I joke about him about eating meat, whatever. That's just us. But why do we hate on each other for being vegetarians? I never say anything to any of my family for eating meat. Like, I never do anything about hating on it. Not out of pure hate. I never do that. Like, I never go out of my way for pure hate to say anything to anybody about eating meat. Like, I don't do that purposely. But why do people hate on vegetarians and vegans? Like, what did we do to you? Like, how are we hurting anybody? Like, I don't get that. How are we physically hurting anybody? Like, okay, I don't understand that. How are we physically hurting anyone by being vegetarians and vegans? People ask me, why are you not a vegan? Like, my friends that are vegans that ask me, why are you not a vegan? Because they get curious. And honestly, like, some places are cheaper, some places are expensive. Place where I live, it's more expensive to be a vegan. And I'm a mom. And moms, as you know, are on budgets. We're on tight budgets. We do this and that and this and that. And my baby comes first. Baby comes first. Mom does the budget, and I try my best to stay vegetarian as it is. So, you know, and we're not poor. It's just that mothers always try to be budget savvy. You know how it is. And the mothers out there, they know what I'm talking about. We're moms. We do what we can. And, you know, even though we're not, and even if you're not poor, I don't care if you got all the money in the world. Mothers, they still try to find the best deal. And, you know, vegetarian is just cheaper because, I even went to the store one day. My husband did, and he actually found vegan cheese, and I was like, "Oh my God, you found vegan cheese?" He's like, "Yeah, but it was like so expensive. I was like, really? And he told me how much it was. I can't remember how much it was, but it was like, I think it was like, oh my god, I can't remember. It was like so much more expensive than regular cheese. And I was like, and that's not, it's not just vegan food though. The thing is, it's like, they don't just make vegan food more expensive. It seems like they want to make all healthy food more expensive than the fattening food. And that's another pet peeve I have. Like they think that if they've been doing this for years, and you gotta think like, hey, if it hasn't worked so far, it's not gonna work now, because obviously we're eating the unhealthy food just to get by. Because it's like they think, hey, if we make the healthy food more expensive, we're gonna make more money. No, because like, obviously not. We're not buying the expensive food that's healthy. Because these, like for example, like I used to buy these vegan-friendly smoothies that used 100%, 90% fruits, real fruits, and then they used some fruit-based juice. I think there was I think there was 3% artificial sugar. I don't know. I had to look up the ingredients or whatever. But they were really good. My favorite was the strawberry banana. They also had coffee kind too, but I didn't get a lot of those because my favorite cold coffee. I bought that a lot anyway, and it was like $3 a jug, and they had it in a big jug here, and you could get that at Walmart, and it was but it wasn't vegan friendly. It had milk in it. That's another thing. Something that's not vegan friendly that I do like, that I wish they would make vegan friendly, because I think they could put almond milk in it if they wanted to make it vegan friendly. Is let's see, is it Morningstar? No, it's not Morningstar. It's in a jug. It's like one of those old-fashioned milk jugs, but it's not milk. It's a cold coffee, and it comes in mocha, and it comes in French vanilla. Oh my god, those are really good. But anyway, yeah, they think like being a vegetarian is not that hard. It's not that hard for me. Oh yeah, another thing. Next discussion. Why do we think that all men are stronger than women? Literally, like, okay, one day when I was in high school, there was this big kid. Like, okay, when I was in high school, I was a thin girl. Like, I'm a plus size woman. Like, I'm not plus size, but I'm a curvy woman now. Like, I'm kind of thick. But when I was in high school, I didn't have a lot of weight on me. And I'm not going to say his name because I don't know if he has a YouTube, and I don't want to embarrass him because I have a little more class than that. But one day when I was in 5th grade, there was this, like, fat kid. And I was sitting there talking to my friend. And she's been my best friend since, like, kindergarten. Like, she's so awesome. I love her to death. Well, I was just telling her, like, my mom gave me a ring. And it was a beautiful purple ring, and it had gold base on it, and it was like antique. Well, the next day, I wear it to school, and I wear it on my, like, not my ring finger, but I wear it on my, like, pointer finger. Well, I walk up to Megan. It's like first day of class. I say, hey, Megan, look at this ring that I had. It's like antique. It was my Granny Tootsie's. Well, that kid, like, that big kid, like, made fun of her. He said, Tootsie, that's a stupid, fucked up name. Well, I was like, I froze for a minute because I was, like, really pissed. My face turned red. He thought I wasn't going to do anything. I walked up to him because, you know, if I get mad enough to fight somebody, I don't do anything. I freeze. And if I don't say anything, like, I have 2 types of mad to where I fight. I either freeze and then I freeze, then I fight, or I get mad to where you can't stop me, and, you know, I'm gonna fuck shit up. Well, this is one of the freeze things. I froze. I walked up to him. He was like, he just stared at me. He was like, "What do you want?" And I just reared my fist back, and I just punched him right square in the nose, and he screamed like a little girl. Oh my God, it was hilarious. But yeah, gender roles. You don't want to do that. Cause I was this tiny skinny girl who just knocked a big fat kid right on his nose. Right in his nose. So do something. Okay. More pet peeves. I guess this video can be called Pet Peeves and Story Times. Story times of the past and pet peeves. I guess I'm just gonna call it Podcast of YouTube. YouTube cast. Okay, now I'm just babbling. I have 2 piercings right now, but I used to have 3. I had my septum done one time, but they actually pierced it wrong by accident, and they didn't pierce it through the cartilage, and now I have to get it redone, which I plan to actually get it redone this year, and it's getting very, 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 very close, and I can't wait! So, once I get that done, that's going to be my last piercing forever, and I'm going to get that pierced, and I'm so excited, and that's going to be my last final piercing. No more piercings whatsoever. I did think about the, it's like I don't know what it's called, but it's really pretty. I've seen some girls do it. I'm not going to do it, but I thought about doing it. I did like it, but it wasn't for me. It's that, like, bar through your ear. Like, it starts through the top and it goes through the thing. I don't know. You guys can tell me in the comments. It's that bar that goes through your ear. I did think about that, and I really would want to, but I want to stop after my septum. That's about it. And then after I get my septum, I'm going to stop with the piercings, and I'm going to get my daughter's name tattooed on me, and I'm going to get it tattooed on my wrist. And what it's going to be is it's going to be a blue and purple butterfly. And the reason it's going to be a blue and purple butterfly is because her first favorite color was blue. Her first favorite color of anything was blue. And and now her current favorite color is purple. And her favorite animal when she was little, her first favorite animal, and her first favorite animal that she ever said was butterfly. And she used to actually call it bubber pie. So, and it was so cute. So the first word of an animal she ever said was butterfly. So I'm actually going to get a blue and purple butterfly on my wrist, and it's going to have her name in it. I think I'm going to put the name in the wing. And that's what I'm going to do. She's so cute. My daughter's really pretty. She looks just like my husband. She's so pretty. My husband's Native American, and I'm Irish and German. So, you know, you can see that. You can imagine the beautiful combination she is. She's gorgeous. Sorry, I can't help but brag on how cute my daughter is every time I talk about her. I love her to death. She's actually very, very smart too. She's only 3, and she knows how to count to 20, and she knows all her colors. And sorry. And I know, if you're a parent, you know how obsessed you get about your kids. Sorry. Let's see. By the way, guys, I plan on getting my internet up tomorrow, and I talked to the people tomorrow. I talked to the people on the phone, and they said they should there's a 90% chance they should have somebody here tomorrow. And they will call and let us know if they're going to have somebody in here tomorrow, and they're going to have it put up tomorrow. So, it's going to be put up tomorrow, and as soon as the internet gets fixed, I will live stream tomorrow. I might not get to do it early in the morning and do it all the way through the day, but I'll stream as soon as I can. Let's see. More stuff you guys want to know about me. I do the gothic thing a lot, but my favorite color's pink. I'm Irish and German. I like a lot of Celtic rock music. My favorite food is vegetable sushi. My favorite candy is gummy bears, but it has to be the ones without the animal fat in it. I actually haven't had gummy bears in a long time because I'm very skeptical about the ingredients in them. I don't really trust which ones are which, so I have to be very careful. So I don't really eat them anymore because even though I read them, I kind of don't trust them. So I really haven't ate them in a long time. I'd say I haven't ate gummy bears in about a year. And even though I miss them, I really don't want to take the chance because, well, even though I'm not a vegan, I have my rules. Like, you know, it kind of makes sense to me is what I do. And here's what I do. Like, I drink milk and I eat dairy. Because I don't see nothing wrong with drinking milk and eating dairy. Because drinking milk, it's not like I'm taking a chunk out of the animal and hurting them. Because I don't consider all dairy hurting the animal. Because, you know, I've seen homegrown farmers, you know, because I used to live beside a farmer. And he was like one of my favorite people. Like, he was so sweet. Like, he used to go out and he used to milk the cows, and like he used to use the milk and, you know, stuff like that. And he used to treat his animals almost like dogs and cats. He used to treat his cows like dogs and cats. Like, he'd go out there and pet them and love on them and like just like treat them like regular pets. He would not be mean to them at all. He wouldn't hook them up to machines. And, you know, not all cows get treated like that. I understand why people are concerned about cows and stuff like that, and animals and stuff like that, and why you want to be vegan and stuff like that. You know, I understand that. Like, I'm not ignorant, and I'm not, like, 100% clueless about the cows that do get treated poorly. But not all cows are treated like that. I have personally witnessed true farmers that treat their cows and chickens really good. And, you know, he even had chickens that, you know, he would go and get the chickens and take them out, and he would pick them up like cats, and he would sit there and pet them. He'd pick the chickens up, hold them, pet them. He would not hold them up by the feet like some people do. I hate when people do that to chickens. And I'm scared of chickens, but I still would never mistreat them. Like, he would sit there, pick them up like a baby, and just sit there and pet them. Love on them. And, you know, and that's what I'm trying to say. Not all people do treat cows and chickens like you see on the internet. And, like, that's why I eat dairy, because I know that not all dairy comes from places like that. And, you know, I love animals. That's obviously, that's another fact about me. Animals are awesome. Animals are good people, good things. I consider them people. Animals deserve love. They don't deserve to be treated the way they're treated. Like, my favorite quote, one of my favorite quotes is actually from a cartoon, and, you know, but it does matter, and it's from that movie called The Bee Movie, and it's when that woman saves the bee, and she tells that guy, she says, "Why does his life have any less value than yours?" And that's what I think about animals. That's what I think about animals. I'm like, why does their life have any less value than yours? And they shouldn't. Their life should not have any less value than yours. We are all equal, and that includes animals. I mean, some people make fun of me and call me a hippie. Some people call me tree hugger or whatever. Fine, I don't care, but I love animals. They breathe like us. They see, they hear, they can feel things. I mean, they walk, they talk. They're just like us. Yeah, and yes, they talk. They're people. For example, let me explain to you when I say they talk. I talk, but I speak English, right? Okay, there's other people that talk, but they speak Spanish. Or they could speak German. Or they could speak, sorry, my mind's drawing a blank. It's not that I don't know other languages, it's just I'm just really exhausted. My point is, animals are talking. They just have their own language. And I know they talk because, like, for example, my papa had this one cat, and its name was Baby. And every night when she would go outside, she had like 6 kittens. And I would sleep in my bedroom, and I could hear her. I would leave my window cracked during the summer. And I could hear her, like, meowing and, like, trying to round up her babies. And she would have the most beautiful meow. And she would just meow and kind of round up her babies. And she would talk to her babies. Like, it was amazing. I'm like, do you hear that? And I was like, yeah. And she was talking to her kittens. Like, animals are awesome. Animals have feelings. And I love animals. I am a very big animal person. I'm a vegetarian. I'm an animal person. I love animals. And, you know, I encourage people to be kind to themselves, be kind to others, and be kind to animals. And, you know, I'm always nice to other people. And the reason being that is because we all deserve to be loved. And I'm open to be friends with anybody that needs friends. Well, guys, I will have my internet up tomorrow, and I will live stream. I just wanted to make another video talking about me, letting you get to know me a little bit more. Okay, guys, that's it for the video. If you guys are interested, add me on Discord if you are 18 and older. If you are under 18, anybody who wants to, add me on Twitter. Anybody on here can add me on Twitter, no matter the age, and anybody 18 and older can add me on Discord. Well, anyway, this has been Mai, and I'm happy that you guys have listened, and I'll see you guys later.